My personal story started in Washington. I grew up on a farm. We raised thoroughbred racehorses. And when I was 12 years old, my dad and I had gone up to see a football game in Seattle. And I got home. This was like 1977, 78. Astral projection, out-of-body experiences, not something that we talked about around the old farm dinner table. I got home. I left my body. I floated out over my bedroom. I came back and I hovered over my body as if to really understand you're not in there anymore. And then I left the house. I left the planet. I left the solar system. I left the galaxy. And granted, this wasn't just like, it was taking it all in. Then out of the universe, past quasars, black holes, you name it. And I was turned back into the universe. It was finite. It fit in my head. Then I was turned out towards the blackness. And that was the moment of awakening. I was confronted with infinity. And for the rest of my life, I didn't know it obviously at 12 years old, but that became my point of seeking, that point of far out there perspective, that gift of not being afraid of the unknown that we are so manipulated by. Instead of looking at that with terror and going, oh my God, my finite life, am I going to die? What's going to happen next? I go, we're on an infinite journey of discovery. I could live for 1 trillion lifetimes or not. I'm no closer to the end of this journey than I am right now. I'm no closer to finding an ultimate answer than I am right now. It's always about the question. It's always about the journey. It's never about the destination. It's never about the answer. So this is what my journey's been. And as I went through my life, I didn't really know what to do with that information all the time. I had some great people that made me feel like I wasn't crazy. People like Joseph Campbell, who I went, oh my God, how can I have some of the same perspective of this truly brilliant man? Clear up to Sri Nisargadatta Maharaj and non-dualism, which is really where I'm coming from on all this, is no matter what story you're telling, it's great. There are infinite stories to tell, but they're all just stories. There's only one true story. There's only one true reality, and that's beyond the beyond the beyond. That is the absolute source. And to me, that absolute source of everything is love. Words get cumbersome in trying to describe these things. We get lost in the paradoxes. There's really no words to describe what I'm trying to share. It's a personal seeking. Each of us needs to become our own guru. Find the story that we want to tell, the things that we want to manifest in our lives, but understand that because infinity being what it is, meaning you can neither add nor subtract to it or from it, or add to it, there is nothing that we're actually creating new. We're only manifesting what already is. So not only is everything possible, probable, it is certain. So understand that you are not a finite being. You are not a limited being. You are a limitless being. You can tell any story you want. Right now, we are telling this minute story. How we're even telling it really sort of dumbfounds me on some days. So I'm like, does anyone look up to space? Does anyone ever look around the planet anymore and observe what we're a part of? We are a cell in a much larger organism. And just as our cells in our bodies going down and down and down into quantum now, and there's now science. This isn't just a spiritual seeking. Quantum says, what are we? Michael deGrasse Tyson, we don't know what matter is made of. We don't. So what are we? We're story. There's another film that I just watched that I'd encourage people, just from a consciousness perspective changing measure to take a look at. It's called Resonance, Beings of Frequency. And basically, it talks about the Schumann resonance and how in 1950s, Schumann discovered this resonance. It was the resonance of the planet itself. Well, that resonance is the same resonance as our brain waves. If we're deprived of this, we become sick. So that was interesting enough. But then in another part of the film, they went on to show that the doctor who discovered the AIDS virus, who won the Nobel Prize for for discovering the AIDS virus, had been doing tests on water memory. Water will maintain a memory of the substances that are put into it. So in completely purified water, he accidentally put the 7.83 hertz, the Schumann resonance, through the water. And now the resonance will fluctuate, but in general, it's 7.83. He manifested DNA from nothing. Well, that is the same resonance as our brain waves. So logically, can't I manifest whatever I want then with my own brain? This is how limitless our potential to be is. This is how much it is our story. Everything that's out here, our technology, all of this, it came from in here. We don't need it to do all of the things we're doing. This is the work that's being done at Noetic Sciences. This is the work that's being done at Heart Math Institute. This is the work that's being done at Emotive, which is literally teaching us where our intuition grows from. Heart Math is teaching us the mind-heart connection and how our heart puts out a field that goes out towards infinity. All I'm asking for and all I'm sharing with anyone is I'm offering you the opportunity to look at your true nature and understand you're so much greater than what you really are believing yourself to be right now.